Okay, I'm gonna make the video again. I just made the video but it was upside down. And I was gonna say, today was productive. Okay, fucking hell. I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe I know. Like, maybe it's like a coincidence. It's like an alignment of the fucking tasks I needed to do were straightforward. But as I was saying, I don't think so, because they were not that easy. Maybe I was well organized. So this is what I did yesterday, basically. Yesterday I did this, what are your plans for tomorrow? And the plans for tomorrow, which basically is today, okay? It was write down your goals, okay? Try to do a simple goal setting, something you've not done for a while, fucking hell, and then study the course, part 2, and workout. I've not worked out for precisely a month. And also a bunch of stuff, like a review, like make the daily log, okay, all this shit. I mean, this stuff is recurring, so it wasn't set the day previous. But this thing of setting stuff the day before is very helpful. I mentioned it to a client of mine. He was asking me how to optimize, the days, like what to do in the day. I was like, hey, the best way is to do something that is to plan the day beforehand. And I realized that I don't actually do this, even though I know this is so powerful. And it is so powerful. So yeah, I did it, and it is powerful, fucking hell. I set my goals, something I had a big resistance to, but having this set by someone else, me in the past, yeah, it was very helpful. I did the thing, I made the goal, I started reaching out again. So today many things happened, okay? So first off, let's start with the most recent one from now. It is that I reached out, I made a private video for someone. I've not made those for a while. I reached out to a couple of, like, 6 people, of which 2 replied, 1 declined, and 1 didn't decline. I'm not giving the call to action immediately. I'm working it a little bit more this time. I'm trying to switch up the scripts. I mean, not scripts. I'm trying to change strategy. Okay, maybe I want to get them in the group first, or whatever. Yeah. Fuck, it's hot. And so yeah, I did some reaching out. I've not done that for 2 weeks now, and yeah, it was cool. Yeah, let's go. I mean, that's one thing though. Okay, many things happened today. So today I made a Mimix-like workflow on Obsidian, okay, with the Media Notes plugin. So I found a plugin, which I basically, by the way, I was searching for a long time. Okay, I don't know why I didn't found it. Maybe the keywords I was using were not very helpful, were not very coherent with what I was looking for, or maybe I even tried searching on Google, and usually Google's or Reddit gives you the answer to what you are looking for. Like, is there a plugin to do this? And I didn't find it. Today, I don't know how, I searched another keyword, I found it. I found a fucking plugin for Obsidian, which is, by the way, the application I'm using right now to take notes and organize my life and, workflow and shit to study. And I found a plugin that allows me to do what Mimix, which is an extension for your browser, allows you to do. So Mimix is basically very useful. It makes you take notes on the articles and videos. I mainly, basically, only used it for videos. Okay, when I was watching a video, I would like to take timestamps and write it down. The first version of this for me was to embed a YouTube video on the Obsidian Note, play the video and take notes, but I have to manually copy the URL at the current timestamp, and it was a painstaking process, because by the time I had to copy that, to paste it, find the right minutage, it was like too much time passed. Okay, and I either forgot what I wanted to write down, or even if I wrote it down beforehand, I was still losing a lot of time. It wasn't smooth. Okay, Mimix fixed that by on browser directly, pressing a hotkey, like it was Alt W, and wait, I have to sneeze. No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, Mimix basically allowed you to click a keyboard, like a key shortcut, and a timestamp popped up while you were watching the video, and you could write down stuff. At the same time, though, it was cool. It was what I wanted. It was what I needed, and it was very useful. That said, that implied two things. First of all, you had to, if you wanted to pause the video or to back, like you wanted to fast forward or to go back in the video, you had to close the sidebar, go back, open the sidebar, and click the cursor where you left off and keep writing. It was not very smooth too. It was way smoother though, okay, and that allowed me to write notes with the timestamps. And what I did later, once I finished the notes of the video, I would copy, paste the timestamps and the notes to Obsidian with a specific like video embedded on a specific page with a specific template called source material, okay? And yeah, the problem is that it wasn't that smooth, because the like when I take notes on the browser, like in general, when you take notes, you get ideas, you get doubts, you get questions, and if usually in Obsidian, what I will do is I would write a question and open that question as a separate note, or maybe there is a term I wrote down I didn't know about, so I was like, okay, let's create a separate note for this word to expand what this means, okay? Or maybe I get an idea for a connection between nodes, okay? I'm writing a note down and I write down like functional group. I was like, oh fine, I wrote about functional groups, let me link this. I cannot do that on browser. I have to remember it and do it on Obsidian, which is a pain in the ass, okay? Once I write down the notes, I don't want to go back and revise them from scratch. I mean, it's kind of strange. I have to do it 2 times. It's not very efficient. Also, images, they did paste on Mimix, and if I copy pasted the whole note-taking process from Mimix to Obsidian, the images would paste, but as a form of an embed, which sucks. You cannot control the size very well. It is not smooth at all. It wasn't like cool. It was like smaller or bigger, or it had like some strange format. It wasn't good. It was a kind of a mess, okay? Also, going back to the first method, I remember that when I used to embed the video on the note, if I switched tab and went back to the original note I was taking notes in, the video would stop, it would reset, and I had to search where I left off. Again, a pain in the ass. I found a fucking plugin that allows me to do what Mimix was doing, but on Obsidian. So this is so fucking cool. Let's say I'm watching a video, bro, this guy is a fucking, I don't know who created the plugin, I mean, I know that, but it's so fucking cool. Let's say I'm watching this video, okay? I'm watching this video by this guy with good mustaches, and I click, wait, okay, and I click this button, look at this, Obsidian note, it takes me to Obsidian, and look at this shit. Isn't that fucking cool? Now I can click a key, like this, bam, timestamp, and whoa, I can link this to something else, so hey, this is a good thing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and yeah, a bunch of shit. Yeah, this is cool. I'd say source material node just to label it and to give it some context, and that's cool, huh? That's kind of it. That's amazing. So let's delete this bullshit, and yeah, this is so fucking cool. I can do what I was doing on Mimix, which was such an extensive tool, which I didn't fucking use because I just wanted to take timestamps and take notes. This is the perfect plugin. Best fucking fit I've ever had. It was like perfectly fitting to what I was looking for, basically. So this is another thing, okay? Another thing that went well today was that I got called for work. Okay, I have there is harvest at the moment. There is the harvest of grapes. So I was called for that. And I thought I had to start tomorrow, but apparently they called, and the problem is that if I start tomorrow, I may be doing Saturday, and I don't mind working on Saturdays and weekends. The problem is that this Saturday I had an important lunch with a few people, which I mentioned in a few videos before. I mean, last video I mentioned it, with this group of people that kind of has the same interest as me in terms of entrepreneurship, So it was very important to me because I'm lacking community. So yeah, hopefully I was like, fuck, I don't want to like postpone it again because we have been postponing it for a fucking month. What do I do? Do I prioritize work? I mean, I have to. Luckily, I start Monday, so I have the free time to do the fucking lunch, and that's great. Alright, so that's another thing that went well. Also, I found I don't have the car the moment I crashed it, so I was able to find also the guy that will give me a lift to the job. He also works there, so yeah, that's cool. He also is a very fun guy. He's very funny. Yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. And I learned a fucking couple of things, and I did so many habits. I did. I set up Buy Me a Coffee. Okay, and I set up that. Go on my main channel and donate to me. I added a few auto hotkey combinations. I watched some stuff. I transferred the data from the phone. I further personalized my phone. I added some gestures. I have the sidebar now, and I kind of fixed stuff. I also wrote an email to the creator of this launcher, which I've already done. I've already written an email like 1 year ago because I had a problem with the app. Hopefully he will reply me again, because he basically removed, like, this new version doesn't have the search when you swipe up, when you swipe down. It was so fucking useful. But yeah, I also donated him $10 because this is so useful of an app. I never donated money to anyone, maybe to charity when I was a kid, but other than that, I never donated for the sake of donating. If something is free, it's free. I don't give a fuck, okay? But this thing, man, I'm so thankful for him. Like, at least $10 it is worth, okay? So it saved me so much battery life, so much electricity, so much time, so much mental effort. $10 is worth, okay? So I donated $10 to him. Hopefully he has the feature back. For now, I added this thing that if you double tap the back, it opens Google. It's great. Let me see. Yeah, wait a second. Okay, I don't know what is. Anyway, yeah, I was very productive today. I did a bunch of stuff. I worked out. Okay, I've not done that for a while. I didn't go super hard, but still, I did work out, and I'm happy for that. I'm very cool. 30 minutes. Fuck, I have to merge stuff. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. I did a bunch of. I'm happy today. I also studied a little bit, and tomorrow I have to plan the stuff for tomorrow. It's also pretty late. It's like 1 a.m. So I want to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow to do some more productive stuff. Okay. At the moment, my goals for business, which I already reset, are going to be fucking reaching out. Okay, back to the old strategy. Reaching out, I will have to set up also the referrals and shit. Maybe I should fit in there also finishing the course. Maybe something I can do. I have time, okay? I do have time. I just don't use it well. So that's something I have to do. Yeah, at the moment I'm reaching out. I reached out to 6 people. The goal was 5. I don't have the CTA, like 5 CTA, like last time. But yeah, 5 reach outs. I did it. Alright, I think that's everything for today. Quite happy. Today was a very productive one. The best way to finish it is to plan for tomorrow and fucking go to sleep, okay? Good night.